Rian Johnson is an unconscious retard, part 4 of 10. This is part 1 of his trilogy. Now this is like really exciting. It would be exciting if he got the trilogy, but he's not going to get it. It's never going to happen. It never was going to happen. But what would part 1 of his trilogy be? Spoilers, he said that he wanted to figure out what Star Wars really was. He wanted to take some time to figure out Star Wars. And that's really funny to me because George Lucas almost had a heart attack figuring out what Star Wars was. And Rian Johnson thinks that he can figure out Star Wars better than George Lucas. Okay. So what would part 1... what would part 1 of this unconscious retard trilogy be? Okay, look, I can't speculate about how this unconscious retard's brain works. He has no idea what part 1 would be. But I would say, okay, this is really hard. It would be like an unconscious retard's investigation into his own unconscious retarded brain. This would be Rian Johnson land. So what happens first? He would have his main character milking a cow, like a space cow, the way Luke did. But it would be like a long time. It would be like 20 minutes of the main character milking a cow. There would be no lightsabers because, your theory sucks. So there'd be no lightsabers, there'd be no Jedis, there'd be no Sith. If you've seen Looper, you would understand that he likes to have people just hang out on farms and milk cows a lot. So part 1 of his trilogy would just be milking space cows. And somebody would get somebody with light speed. He would. No, I don't know. Can you imagine what he would do? I think at the climax of the movie, one of the cows would let out a big fart. It would be a space alien fart. Okay, wait, hold on a second. I got it. Okay, episode 1 of 3 would be the main character, who we thought was the main character, would just get killed all of a sudden. And it would be like, whoa, that was subversive. And we'd find out that the villain is actually the main character. And that would just be like, whoa. And that would be episode 1, is the main character dies. Right? And that's all that matters. Because it's like truly subversive. Also, you would find out that it was all a dream. So episode 1 of his trilogy would just be a dream. So none of it really happened. What else? Let's think subversion. Oh, the villain, who's now the main character, you find out that you thought it was a guy, but it's actually a girl. Subversion. And also gender shit. Okay, this is like impossible. How do you delve into the mind of a unconscious retard? You don't. You can't. It's a tragedy that this asshole can't make his movies. Because I would love, it would be the first fully financed study of an unconscious retard. But I'll try. And, okay, that's episode 1. Okay. This is extraordinarily ambitious of me. Okay, episode 1, the main character ends up not being the main character, dies, and the villain is the main character who ends up being trans. It's not the gender you thought it was. There's no lightsabers or any of that because he doesn't like lightsabers. I guess that's about it. There's a cute, cuddly thing like a porg, but not quite a porg. Oh, and yeah, it turns out to be a dream. All the Deus Ex Machinas imaginable. Oh, and it ends with Rian Johnson himself showing up and floating through space. If you like gays, click like. If you like blacks, comment. If you like women, click notification bell. If you like gay women, subscribe. And if you like gay black women, Patreon, human warnings, give me money.